Hey guys, Alex with Rapid Fire Rundown. Today, I want to be discussing some Empire products, specifically the Katana, which is no longer on this handgun, as well as the Tanto, whatever the mag extensions they are called. First of all, as you can see, I am currently running OEM Glock mags. I'm not running Palmetto State Arms mags, I'm not running Shield Arms mags, and I'm not running the Tanto extensions, which are extensions for an OEM base plate. As many of you guys are aware, Palmetto State Armory makes 15 round magazines, Shield Arms makes 15 round magazines, which increase the capacity of your 43x. I had good success with them, and then I just had a couple issues, so I did have to remove my Palmetto State Armory magazines, and I did return them. Um, I have had a awful experience getting in touch with Palmetto State Armory customer service to get them returned, and that may be a video in and of itself. It has been miserable. But that being said, I wanted to give the Empire Tanto magazine extensions a shot, and I'll put a picture of them right here. Um, the extensions do provide you a extra round for your 43x with a aluminum or a CNC metal base pad as well, which can be beneficial when you are, of course, reloading your handgun very frequently. You'll notice that when you drop magazines on dirt, a lot of the times, if they are weaker base plates, they can break technically. Um, Metal extensions, metal base plates are just a lot more structurally sound than a plastic base pad, as well as it can make reloading a little bit easier because you have the additional pad at the bottom, which allows you to really slam that magazine home. Okay, so talking about my experience with them, as you can see, I no longer have the Katana on my 43X. Instead, I have the OEM, just normal grip. There's no Magwell there. And then I no longer have that Tanto extension. So what was my experience with it? Well, first of all, I had the katana on here for actually a really long time. And I'm going to put a picture of that on the screen now. But the katana is, I did have a lot of success with it. It is a very contoured magwell that provides you a very good grip on the firearm, which is probably its biggest benefit. It's just the fact that it really pinches your fingers together when you are gripping the handgun, and provides an extremely stable shooting platform, which is arguably one of the biggest benefits of a Magwell. It did aid in reload a little bit, but I didn't really notice that much, as I don't really struggle with reloading with this 43X. It's not like the USP that pinches my hands every single time, right? But here's what happened. So I got in contact with them because I took a Magwell off that I was actually using from a buddy of mine, and I wanted to purchase my own. Well, I purchased my own, and it came in and it didn't fit. So I reached out with Empire and told them that my Magwell that they sent me actually didn't fit. And what did they do? Well, they sent me an entirely new katana in black, actually, um, for me to try on my firearm, which is incredibly generous of them. I have to imagine they're a pretty small company too, so I kind of felt bad that they were sending me out a new katana and I wasn't paying for it. But regardless, they sent it out, and it actually didn't fit on the on my firearm. So I reached out with them, and I actually ended up just requesting a refund. But what it looks like is that this Empire katana may have warped the bottom of my 43X frame. Okay? So that's my largest issue with the katana is over time it does appear to have warped the bottom of my 43X frame and has made it incompatible with their system. Now, at the same time that I was returning that, I actually purchased their Tanto magazine extensions, two of them to be exact. Um, those extensions came in, I think, around the time that I was actually testing this katana, if I'm remembering correctly. And I'm going to put a video on the screen now. All right, so as you can see from that video, the magazine extensions, when I did put them on my firearm, it turned my magazines into maracas. When you shake magazines, there's not going to be any noise, right? I have 10 rounds in here. There's no play. There's this doesn't turn into a maraca, and clearly it is feeding properly in all my videos that I've shown you guys. Now, I didn't even go to the range with these extensions because I knew that it was just a non-starter, right? I would get to about the 5 round mark, and the follower would just completely hang up here. And because of that, it obviously wouldn't feed rounds, and that's what would cause that Maraca effect. The bullets were just free floating in there. And it goes without saying, that's not going to be a reliable magazine, right? If it can't even feed the bullet, how is it going to be reliable? So I returned those, and I really can't stress enough just how good Empire was at this whole return process. Like I just mentioned, PSA has really been giving me the runaround, and I'm very disappointed in them. Empire, I did have to contact them a couple times, but once again, I have to imagine they're a very small crew. I told them about my issues and I just wanted a refund, and they actually offered to give me like a full refund, even for the katana that I had for quite a while. Now, they weren't able to, they didn't refund me the katana at first. And then I asked them, oh, can I please have a refund because I sent you in 2 katanas? And they said, oh, yeah, that's basically our mistake. What's your Venmo? Or what's your, they couldn't do PayPal, but what's your Venmo? And we'll just send you the funds. After a couple back and forth, they actually just sent me the funds via Venmo. Which is very nice of them. They actually didn't technically have to do that. I wouldn't have been disappointed with them if they didn't do that. Um, but they did. So it's not that I don't recommend Empire products like the Katana and like the Tanto, but if you do have an issue, it does look like they do have a very nice customer service policy, a very generous return policy, that you can take advantage of. Or maybe not take advantage, but a consumer or a company that stands by its consumers, a company that does offer returns when things don't work out is something I greatly value because every company makes mistakes. Every company makes mistakes. I give companies the benefit of the doubt. Wager Machine. Wager Machine is a phenomenal company, right? Everyone loves them for their milling. I had to send my 43 slide, this one right here, I had to send it back to them twice, right? Because I added a little bit too much Cerakote and it was causing significant issues at the range, right? Past the normal break-in. So every company deserves a second chance. Empire, I'd give them your service. Just be weary that my Tanto didn't work and my Katana didn't work either, and technically probably caused some issues on the frame. That being said, everything works perfectly. Like I can clearly take the mag out, put it back in. There's really no hang up. It's probably slightly out of spec now, and because of that, the Katana won't actually stay on. All right, so this has been a really quick review of Empire products. If you have any questions, feel free to chime up down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.